This morning, the world witnessed a seismic shift. Hungary and Greece, both EU members, have joined the BRICS economic bloc. This isn't just another headline, it's a turning point in global politics. For decades, the West, led by the US, set the rules, with Europe as its core ally. That era is over. The decision by Hungary and Greece to align with China, Russia, India, Brazil, and South Africa signals a new, multipolar world. Power is no longer concentrated in one center. It's spreading across the globe. Nations are diversifying partnerships, hedging bets, and refusing to stay within a single sphere of influence. The implications are vast, affecting trade, finance, diplomacy, and security. This move is the result of years of growing discontent and shifting priorities within Europe. The rise of the rest is no longer a theory. It's reality. BRICS, once a symbol of emerging markets, now gains new legitimacy and influence with 2 EU members. The old maps of global power no longer work. We are in uncharted territory, and Hungary and Greece's leap is our first glimpse of the new world order. Why would EU members join a rival bloc? What does this mean for the EU's future? How will the US respond? The answers will define the next era of global politics. The world has changed, faster than anyone expected. BRIC began as an investment acronym in 2001, identifying Brazil, Russia, India, and China as future economic powerhouses. But these nations saw more: a chance to reshape the world order, challenging US and G7 dominance. Their first summit in 2009 turned the idea into a political bloc. They pushed for reforms in global institutions like the IMF and World Bank, seeking a voice to match their economic weight. South Africa joined in 2010, making it BRICS and adding an African dimension. The creation of the new development bank in 2014 was a direct challenge to Western financial dominance. BRICS became more than talk. It built real alternatives. Despite internal differences, members found common ground in their desire for a multipolar world. The 2024 expansion, adding Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Argentina, marked a turning point. BRICS is no longer just about the original 5. It's a growing coalition of non-Western powers. Its appeal is rising as more countries seek alternatives to Western-led institutions. With Hungary and Greece, BRICS now bridges continents and ideologies. The bloc's evolution reflects the shifting balance of global power. The world's center of gravity is moving, fast. Hungary's move is rooted in Prime Minister Orbán's Eastern opening policy. Years of cultivating ties with Russia and China, and frustration with EU criticism. Feeling sidelined and penalized by Brussels, Hungary seeks economic independence and new investment, especially from China's Belt and Road. Joining BRICS is a bold assertion of sovereignty and a calculated risk for future growth. Greece's path is shaped by economic scars from the debt crisis and skepticism about EU solidarity. The Chinese-operated port of Piraeus has deepened Greece's ties with China. For Athens, BRICS membership is about diversifying partnerships and attracting investment, not rejecting Europe. Both countries are betting on a multi-aligned future, less dependent on Brussels and Berlin. This is less about ideology, more about survival and opportunity. The timing reflects deep shifts in national priorities and global realities. On November 3, 2025, Hungary and Greece announced their BRICS membership through coordinated statements. Hungary's message was defiant, citing a new era of global cooperation. Greece framed it as bridge building between East and West. The timing, just before a key EU summit, was strategic, meant to maximize leverage. Brussels was stunned, then angry. The European Commission demanded urgent clarification and hinted at possible legal and financial consequences. European leaders warned of a fracture in unity. The European Parliament erupted in accusations of betrayal. The legal dilemma is unprecedented. Can EU members join a rival bloc? EU treaties require alignment on foreign policy, but don't explicitly forbid joining other organizations. With deep divisions over Russia and China, dual membership seems impossible in practice. Brussels faces a tough choice: accommodate this new reality, risking cohesion, or take punitive action and risk a Hungexit or Grexit. The EU's integrity is on the line. The stakes have never been higher. The economic impact is profound and long-term. BRICS champions de-dollarization, reducing reliance on the US dollar in trade and reserves. Hungary and Greece will likely increase use of the yuan or a future BRICS currency, adding momentum to this global trend. New trade routes will emerge. Hungary gains access to vast new markets, while Greece's ports become key gateways for BRICS goods into Europe. Both nations can tap the new development bank for infrastructure funding, bypassing EU and IMF conditions. This financial independence is a major draw, but the risks are real. Both economies are deeply tied to the EU. Retaliation from Brussels, loss of funds, tariffs, could trigger economic shocks. Hungary and Greece are betting that BRICS growth will outweigh short-term pain. It's a high-stakes gamble on the future of the global economy. This is a strategic win for China and Russia, who have long sought to weaken Western unity. Their alternative model now appeals even within the EU. The move emboldens other nations dissatisfied with the current order to consider realignment. For the US, it complicates strategy and threatens NATO cohesion. How can the alliance function with two members aligned with rivals? The EU's internal fractures are exposed, empowering Eurosceptic movements elsewhere. If Hungary and Greece benefit without severe consequences, others may follow, risking a domino effect. The old model of rigid alliances is fading. Nations now form flexible transactional coalitions. The challenge for the West is to adapt, building alliances that can compete and cooperate in a multipolar world. The rules of global politics are being rewritten. Experts are divided. Ian Bremmer calls this a classic G0 world. No single leader, just countries hedging bets. Hungary and Greece want the benefits of both the EU and BRICS, reflecting a new era of à la carte geopolitics. Economist Nouriel Roubini warns of economic peril. The EU single market is invaluable, and Brussels could retaliate harshly. The potential gains from BRICS are distant. The risks from EU backlash are immediate. Analysts from the Global South see this as overdue, proof that BRICS is inclusive, not anti-Western. South Africa's Anil Suklal argues BRICS offers cooperation without forcing members to choose sides. For him, EU members in BRICS strengthen its bridge-building role. European policy experts, however, see an existential threat to EU unity. If members can pursue rival foreign policies, the EU risks becoming just a free trade area. The choice: deeper political union or geopolitical irrelevance. There's no middle ground left. The debate is fierce and unresolved. The world is reacting fast. Beijing and Moscow celebrate, calling it a victory for multipolarity and a blow to Western dominance. In Washington, disappointment is mixed with anxiety about NATO's future and intelligence security. Sensitive alliance discussions are now complicated by BRICS members in the room. For countries in Latin America, Africa, and Southeast Asia, this move normalizes multi-alignment and may spark a wave of new BRICS applications. The expansion of BRICS is likely to accelerate, shifting global power further. Global governance institutions, UN, WTO, IMF, face deeper gridlock as blocs compete. Consensus on issues like climate change and security will be harder to achieve. The world is fragmenting into competing systems. Cooperation is becoming the exception, not the rule. Hungary and Greece joining BRICS is a symptom, not the cause, of a new world order. The era of unipolarity is over. Power is diffuse. Choices are many, and old certainties are gone. This new reality brings risks, competition, fragmentation, and unpredictability. The West must reform its institutions to stay relevant and inclusive. The challenge is to manage competition without spiraling into conflict. Global problems demand cooperation, not division. Diplomacy must become more flexible and pragmatic. The story of Hungary, Greece, and BRICS is just one chapter in a larger shift. We can see this as a threat or an opportunity to build a more balanced world. The future is unwritten. It's up to us to shape it.